My name is Stephen Wright. I'm with Pye-Barker Advanced Engineered Systems. I've been with the company going on 4 years now. Currently I'm the project manager of this site. This is a Drury Hotel. It's in Orlando, Florida. So this project here alone our involvement was fire alarm. It was also smoke control, and then it was also a lobby temperature sensing panel. That was our big things that we did here. We interfaced with all sorts of things like mechanical, AV, electrical, you name it. We've had all that involved also within this project. So the biggest challenge with this project was that when it comes to a certain point, and 6 months prior to the final date of this thing, we had to have the existing tower, or what they call the new tower, up and running before we had the existing tower up and running. So the new side was 15 stories in a penthouse, where the existing side is 19 stories in a penthouse. So there was multiple parties involved in this thing. So one, it was the AHJ, so he was involved. So what they wanted to do is they had to do a full-blown test of the building. Every time that we did anything on the existing tower, we had to do a full-blown test on the actual the new tower side of it. So this took coordination. So we had to coordinate with hotel management, right? Give them proper time. Say, hey, we're going to inspect, let's say the third floor on the existing tower. We need, this week we're going to be sounding off, AVs throughout the building on the existing tower. So we had to coordinate with them, right? We had to do 10% testing every time we did an inspection on the new tower as well. So it was complex with that, even with the electrical contractor. So we would hand him, hey, this is the enclosure, this is the box that we need installed in this certain spot. So it made it easier for them to go, okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying. This is what I need. The knockouts are there. Everything looks good. We just handed it over to them and they were able to mount them. From our perspective is that we didn't have to build the thing. We didn't have to wire the internal guts of the inside of the enclosure itself. So all we had to do is when we come back is land our data, program the device, make sure it works on our end, and then we're good to go. So there was less involvement, less time in our end, labor-wise, inside, spending time setting up that relay or that control module inside of it. The smoke control panel, of course, that was the design build for this project. So that's unique. Same thing with the lobby temperature sensing panel. That was unique. I think the one thing that we use, or you could use more often or use currently, is the actual damper control itself, the interfaces between the actual VFD or the damper controls part of it. So yes, that would be something we use regularly. When working with the AHJ, when commissioning, inspecting, and testing this facility, it was easier for me to go directly to the smoke control panel and go, okay, here's what we're going to see. You can see everything as it goes through, like, all right, the smoke sector went off. And these two fans turned on and these dampers opened up. So you can actually see physically from the actual smoke control panel that this is actually happening. This is live event happening coming, in this display. So they were happy with that, to be able to see that. And some solutions that we do, we may just control, a damper opening, but you can't physically see that happen. You just got to, okay, it's got to be happening because now I got to go out in the field and look for it, right? But in this case, you were able to see, yeah, it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. And there was not just one process, but there was several processes that had to happen. There could have been 6 fans turning on and 3 dampers opening up, right? So that process was helpful to be able to see it here and in front of you. And we'll go back to the damper control box that we use. I think that piece of equipment alone makes a difference in the field, right? It's already built for us. It's already got our equipment inside of it. All we got to do is just say, now we just got to put it on the wall, wire it, terminate it, and then we're good to go.